President-elect Trump still downplays Russia's role in the hacking. At a rally last night, he criticized the White House press secretary, who said Mr. Trump must have known the hacking was helping his campaign.
This foolish guy, Josh Earnest, I don't know if he's talking to President Obama. You know, having the right press secretary is so important because he is so bad the way he delivers a message.
CBS News political director and Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Charlie.
Following what Jeff said, following what Margaret Brennan said, how does the president respond?
So this is interesting. Fred Kaplan wrote in Slate that, you know, the United States has a lot of great cyber rocks to throw at Russia, but it also has a much glassier house, which is to argue that we rely on the internet and we are so interconnected that if the U.S. responds to Russia and this starts a back and forth, that the U.S. is actually quite vulnerable. And so that's the delicate thing here. How do you respond? You can either respond in the cyber area, or you can respond with more sanctions, or even militarily.
Or be more aggressive in Europe.
Or be more aggressive in Europe. Now, the question is how to respond, but then how to hand off the response.
Yeah.
Because Donald Trump doesn't believe that the Russians are even involved, A. Yeah. And then B, on all the areas of Russian potential conflict, his posture is much more relaxed, at least publicly in terms of what he says, than what the Obama administration says.
John, how much pressure does this put on Trump's cabinet picks, right? Rex Tillerson, his Secretary of State nominee, is already under the microscope for his relationship to Vladimir Putin. Is he going to have to toe Trump's line on Russian intelligence services and Trump's disbelief that they had anything to do with the hack? Well,
that'll be a central question of his confirmation. We'll see where this story is by that time. So whether this is the specific thing that they talk about, that's it. But there's so many other areas where Russia and the United States have both areas of conflict and possible and necessary cooperation, counterbalanced to China being a big one. So we'll see where this story is. But if it continues, I mean, this is a very, it's like a spy novel. And so you can imagine it being a big deal for that confirmation.
And then a lot of people are talking today about his attack on Josh Earnest, the White House press secretary. He's considered very popular, considered very good at his job. Most people would never use the phrase foolish guy. What do you make of that? Is this more of Donald Trump being Donald Trump?
Yes. So with Donald Trump, we know there's the shiny object that he throws out so to get us talking about it. And then there's the things he says that are truly damaging. And here we have a nice example of that. Josh Earnest, it's the shot at Josh Earnest, total shiny object, get us distracted. The one that is really still roiling Washington is the response his administration had to these reports of Russian hacking when they said the intelligence community, they said these are the people who thought there were WMDs in Iraq.
Yeah, attacking the CIA.
Yeah, attacking the CIA by bringing up its worst failure in the last 15 years, defining its work by that. That is a shot that will not be forgotten, is not forgotten. And these are the intelligence people that the president-elect has to work with.
So therefore, can you say at this point, Vladimir Putin is winning and doing what he intended to do?
If what he intended to do was to create chaos and undermine U.S. institutions, he's doing very well.
Exactly. Thank you, John.
Sure, Charlie.